Plato had a theory of where knowledge came from. He called this theory the theory of forms. He believed that ultimately humans knew everything there was to know about the universe, and it was simply locked away, and when we learned things, we weren't learning, we were remembering, and it was put there by a creator, or, as you and I would know it, God.
Score 1 to Plato.
So how did Plato prove his theory of innate ideas?
Well, let me show you. Slave! Hello, slave. Slave, what shape is this biscuit?
Circle.
But if I cut the biscuit in half, what shape would it be then?
Half a circle.
Exactly. And have you ever gone to school, slave?
No.
Then how did he know?
Although not everyone was convinced of Plato's theory, another philosopher, John Locke, believed everyone was born without any innate knowledge and that experience could only be achieved through the senses, the eyes, the ears and the taste. They were a blank slate, or as Locke liked to put it, tabula rasa.
Conceptually, they're both saying the same thing. You gain more knowledge as you age.
Hey you.
Score 1 to empiricism.
Solipsism is the idea only one's own mind can be sure to exist. The external world and other minds cannot be known. So how can we be sure they even exist at all?
Reverend! Morning, Reverend!
It is said that there are only two kinds of knowledge. The first is a priori. This means that you have knowledge prior to experiencing it yourself. For example, you don't have to have met all widows to know they do not have a husband. The second type of knowledge is a posteriori. This means only knowing something is true after experiencing it yourself. For example, all widows are unhappy. You do not know this to be the case unless you've met all widows.
Induction can only ever be illogical, because it is not logically possible to prove something's universal state through perceptions. Like saying all swans are white, because one day you'll see a grey swan and feel like a sod.
David Hume was a Scottish-born philosopher who decided to take John Locke's empiricism to the extreme.
One of David Hume's theories was bundle theory. This is the idea that all objects have properties that make them exist. Take this banana. It is yellow, rather long and shaft-like, and it is quite mushy when you eat it. This can work for anything that you see in the room, like apples, pineapples, oranges, and melons. Strip away these properties from the banana, and you have nothing. Another point to empiricism.